I want to show you guys what I got from Aldi, Redmond, and GFS. Let's talk about it. Hey you guys, welcome back to Heartway Farms. We're so glad you're here with us today. If you are new to the channel, welcome. We appreciate you and we're so glad you're part of the Heartway Farms family. We are a family of 8 living in Illinois, just living the dream, living on a homestead, working hard, sharing what we have with the community, and we're just so happy to share this experience with all of you. But today, what are we talking about?
Stocking up our food.
Stocking up. I told you guys we had an Aldi Stock Up video coming out because it was time. It was time to restock the root cellar, right?
Yeah.
So Julianne and I went down earlier today and we've been paying attention to what we have run out of down in the root cellar, what had lasted us a long time, what things we need to replace.
We just real quickly took some inventory of what we needed. We actually did really good on some items, but some items
we
needed more of. So that's
why we're here. So there were some things we did not need to restock. Really happy with the chicken broth situation, the bone broth. Really happy with the tomato sauce. But anyway, we needed to restock on several items. And this week we went to 3 different places. We ordered online from Redmond. We went to GFS, Gordon Food Services, which is not somewhere that I shop. We'll get to that in a second. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. We did shop there this week. And then of course, Aldi. I don't shop at Aldi on a weekly basis. When we go to Aldi, we do this. Okay?
Big grocery shopping.
Yeah, so I don't do this every week, you guys, if you're new, okay? This is for stocking up purposes, for filling up the root cellar and the pantry, and having everything available when we need it. You guys know everything is costing more. Inflation is hitting everybody really hard. Some items are hard to find currently, and so because of these things, we are stocking up to have a little bit of a security blanket for our family, just if that becomes a need, right? Because next week when I go to the store, these things might be more expensive, so I can buy myself some time and stock the pantry. So, all right, let's start on this side. Marie's behind the camera. Marie, we'll start on this side. This I'm really excited about. Let's talk about Redmond first. I'm going to give you just a little bit of backstory real quick, but we have recently discovered Azure Standard, and we are loving, I just want to update you guys, we are loving all of the products, and there's nothing that we have disliked, I don't think. I'm trying to think.
We like
Their
everything.
tortillas were amazing. The bagels were amazing. I mean, the flour we're enjoying so much. So anyway, but there were a couple things that I could not get from Azure because they were sold out. So first of all, if you are interested in checking out Azure Standard, I have 2 videos that will really help you. We will link those here or down in the description. 2 videos that will really help you kind of understand the tips and the tricks and the unique parts of ordering from Azure, but it's worth it. So go check it out. You can shop through our link below, and I think you guys will be just as happy as we are. I have an order that I need to close out today or tomorrow to restock on some of the good things. Whoever said order the cheese, you are like my new best friend. So
good.
It's really good. Okay, so all of that to say that I tried to order Himalayan pink salt from Azure, but they were out of stock. And they used to offer Redmond salt on Azure Standard, and they no longer do, which is fine. So I went directly to Redmond's website, and I went ahead and ordered the 25-pound bag of their real salt. And I'm really excited about this. I have been waiting, I don't know, I have heard about this years ago, and I never pulled the trigger. And so finally we have it, and salt is good not only for food, but for
many other purposes. Preserving things, even medicinal purposes.
Yes, this is my herbalist here, my local herbalist, Julianne. So salt is something that is very handy to have in your stockpile. So this was the one item that we bought there, but what do we also use from Redmond that we really love?
Or bentonite clay.
Okay, and
I love all things clay.
Julianne walks around the house with like clay everywhere. Like it's on her face, it's in her mouth from toothpaste, it's everywhere, right?
Hey, Jesse even likes the
homemade toothpaste.
I make, and he is super picky with toothpaste.
Yeah, Julianne really appreciates all things natural, and then continues to share those ideas with all of us. And we love their clay, but we didn't need any, so I didn't need to stock up on any right now. But that is something that you guys should go check out. You can do so many things, and it's such a great little all-natural thing to have stocked away in your pantry. So anyway, I did this from Redmond. It was free shipping. And just as a heads up, my friend just ordered from them too, and she found a 20% off valid coupon code. So go check it out. I don't know what site that was on, but you can find valid coupon codes and maybe get a deal better than I did. So, all right, so that's Redmond. Let's go to spices next, and then we'll go to the Aldi stuff.
Okay, so the spices, actually, Grandma as in she lives on the property.
Grandma lives here.
She needed an extra hand, and we needed some stuff. So I ran with her to GFS.
Gordon Food Services.
Yeah, and we got our spices. And just as you can see, they have really nice bulk spices. You can get them in bigger things at other places, but this is all we really need. So we have Italian seasoning, onion powder, ground cinnamon. I think we have 2 ground cinnamons.
Big fans of cinnamon here.
Ground nutmeg, a mild chili powder, chopped chives, and pumpkin pie spice. And then we also got some vanilla and cocoa powder because Azure did not have cocoa powder in stock.
I was wanting to get Azure's cocoa powder, but I couldn't get it last month, and I can't get it this month. I mean, at least it looks like it so far. So we just to buy me some time because I needed it.
I think it's 5 pounds.
Is this 5 pounds?
I think it's 5 pounds.
Pretty heavy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 5 pounds. I would love, first and foremost, to support Azure, but if you really need something, sometimes you just have to buy it from somewhere else, and that's what we did this time. But I'm gonna continue to keep looking on Azure and see if I can fit that cocoa in because you guys raved about it so much. And Julianne intends on growing a lot of fresh herbs here, but these are just wonderful to have already tucked away. I'm sure we'll try to dry some herbs at the end of the season, but that takes time. So we need these things in the stockpile now for us to be able to use all the time. We use cinnamon so much on everything. So oatmeal and all of that stuff. These are just great to keep shelf steady in the pantry. All right, so let's get started on Aldi. Okay, what do we have?
Okay, we have ketchup. We use a ridiculous amount of ketchup.
I've shared before, but just in case you didn't hear this before, but I've shared before that we have yet to find a homemade ketchup that we like as much as store-bought. Now I know Living Traditions has one. I still need to try it. I've seen the video, but I haven't tried it, so I will do that, I promise, because I know you guys are gonna tell me. And we appreciate them, but I just haven't tried it yet. So currently, the organic Simply Natured tomato ketchup from Aldi. I love it because it's not a huge bottle that you're trying to take up so much space in the fridge, but it stores really easily. We really enjoy this ketchup. And if you haven't seen our Sam's stocking up video, we can also link that here and you can go check that out. But I was deciding if Sam's was worth it, and I was really on the fence because Sam's is a few cents cheaper for their huge bottles of this.
But you have to drive.
But we have to drive, like 40 minutes or something, and plus pay for a membership. So to me, Aldi is right down the street. It's only a few minutes away, so it's worth it just to bulk up on this and not drive all the way to Sam's. So I'm not sold on Sam's. You guys can tell me in the comments if your opinions differ from me. So, all right, so we got 2 whole I am ashamed how short of a time this will last us, but that's okay. I know there's other ketchup fans out there. Okay, what else is up over there?
We have our butter.
So with butter though, they limited us this time. So we had to do 2 separate transactions. Yeah. So I made Julianne
to 6 per person.
Yeah, last time we did an Aldi stock up, I was able to buy a whole
this whole thing
case.
Not a whole thing. Well, the box it came in was full, and we got all of that.
Yeah, we were able to get a full case last time. They were not limiting it, and it didn't look like they were in short supply, but they were still limiting it. So she got 6, I got 6. Again, learn the skills. You guys know our hearts on this. Learn the skills, how to make your own homemade butter, but we love keeping this in the freezer for long-term storage. You can also can butter. Believe it or not, we don't usually do that. We just freeze it.
We go through it quick.
We go through it so quick. So anyway, put that in your pantry and have it stocked up. Okay, what else, Jules?
We have potatoes, sweet potatoes, and regular white potatoes. And our garden potatoes we've just now pretty much finished those up.
They lasted us till now.
A really long time. So I'm happy with that, but we do need more potatoes until we can grow them again.
Right, and when we were at Aldi, this was fun. One of our customers ran into us, and she's going to give us free potato starts tomorrow, which is really great because I had not bought those yet. I had already bought onion starts, and we have onions that we're going to start
our
from.
own potato starts also.
Yes, right. Any of those have shot up. We're going to plant them anyway. But I'm really happy with how recap how we stored the potatoes real quick.
So all we did was take them from the ground, wash them, let them kind of form a hard skin, and then put them into milk crates. So there's plenty of airflow. You could use boxes, but the milk crates worked really well for us. And then we just stacked them up in our root cellar where it's dark and
It
a
is
little
humid
damp.
though.
You want it to be a little damp for potatoes. Not much, just a little bit. And they did really well. They lasted a really long time without sprouting or anything.
Yeah, I was really happy with them, and they were pretty good. And we also froze some, and we also canned some. So we are still, we've gone through all of our frozen, we've gone through all of our fresh that are still good.
We still have
some canned if we need to. And that's good for like turning into mashed potatoes or
casseroles.
It definitely turns into more of a mashed potato scenario. But anyway, so right now until our own potatoes come in, we'll be buying sweet potatoes and buying white or red potatoes depending on what's available. Okay, next, some peanut butter. I wish they had bigger jars of peanut butter at Aldi, but they don't, but we got a whole flat full.
I don't know if you can see behind everything.
So we got 12 of these little peanut butters. I'm actually gonna look on Azure and see if they offer that too, I'm not sure. Julianne has a good stock of cashew butter and almond butter because that's your preference, right?
I'm not a huge fan of peanut butter.
I like peanut butter.
I do like it, but it's just okay.
Anyway, so this will stock us up for a while. Yeah, I'd rather have a little bit better ingredients, but it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. It's roasted peanuts, cane sugar, palm oil, salt, and molasses. Could be worse. I've seen worse, so not too bad. Okay, what else?
Raisins. We use these for snacks or baking for the most part.
Homemade granola, homemade breads. Ooh, you know what sounds good? Irish soda bread. That's
Ooh,
what
we haven't made that in a while.
We'll show you guys how to make that sometime. It is so good. Okay, I keep referring to Azure Standard, but again, great company, want to support them, but I had bought a bulk, I think it was a gallon, of avocado oil, I believe. Anyway, these are just super convenient, and Aldi had them. This is their Simply Nature avocado oil, and this is just so nice for spraying on your cast iron pans. Yeah, or if you're baking or whatever, but on your cast iron pans, because I like using the avocado oil because it's a high smoke point, and this is just so convenient where I can use that bulk avocado oil for when I have to add oil to stuff. So these were just a simple little thing to add on. Same thing with some of their organic aged balsamic dressing just to have to put over veggies or on salads. You want to come back here?
And then we have our frozen fruit. We probably use this as like 85% of our fruit in the winter along with canned stuff because we don't have anything coming from the farm here.
Or from any other farms.
Places are really good too. So
where do we, like when fruit is in season, where do we usually get our fruit and veggies and stuff, but our fruit from specifically?
Yeah. Well, most of the time all of our berries come from Michigan because our grandparents live in Michigan and we drive up there pretty frequently in the summer, and they have a spot where we can go pick fresh organic blueberries, and we got many of those last year. And we still have some left over in the freezer.
But they're on their last end, so we need to restock them. So this is holding us over until because the kids love eating these just like this. It's like frozen candy. And a lot of us, Marie and Jules and me, we like a lot of smoothies. That's like keeping smoothie ingredients in the stockpile. We do that all the time. I can't remember if I shared that with you guys before or not, but frozen fruit. We freeze bananas as well so that they can go into smoothies. We buy 100% juice concentrate orange juice and keep it so it's easy to stock in the freezer. And then we keep frozen spinach. And between those, that's how we kind of can have smoothies all the time, even if you don't have fresh produce or whatever. So this is gonna hold us over till we can get up to the farmers markets in Michigan where my parents are. and it's just throw it in the freezer. I was careful not to get a lot of freezer stuff this time.
We don't have a lot of freezer
because we don't have a lot of space. Okay, vinegar. I restocked on a few jugs of vinegar because we use this for lots of different things here, and it's just
Cleaning, cooking.
Yep, cleaning, cooking, baking, all the different natural hair things. I don't know.
I use apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar, okay. So vinegar is good for any stockpile that you guys have going on. Up here, let's just talk about the fun things. So Aldi is great, has a great price on like brie cheese, Irish cheddar cheese.
Cheddar.
Yeah, Irish sharp cheddar cheese, and we love their goat cheese with the berries on it. And those are significantly cheaper than like Walmart or whatever. So when we do go to Aldi, I like to get those things because those are treats for us. These are not bulk things.
Not by any means.
And actually, maybe in your household, pickles are like 6 jars of pickles might last you a long time, but in my house, this will not last. So this is not a bulk purchase.
No.
Jesse can eat this in one sitting if I let him. So this is.
We don't usually.
These
but
6 jars. Our favorite way to have pickles, and Josh's favorite way in particular, are called refrigerator pickles. I'm sure many of you have heard of that, but you take your fresh cucumbers and you soak them for 3 days, and then they're super crunchy and delicious and dill. So, but obviously we don't even have our plants in the ground, so we have to buy some time. All right, what's next?
macaroni and cheese.
Okay, so my kids are probably the same as all of your kids, and even though I make, and we like it.
Oh, the homemade
delicious
mac and cheese
homemade
is so
mac and cheese. It's my mom's recipe.
Kids don't like it as much.
They'll eat it, but they prefer, a box. So I try to humor that. And today at Aldi, I found these were a good price. And actually, recently at Walmart, they haven't had Annie's, the brand Annie's
They
mac
only
and
had
cheese.
Kraft, and that's
Yeah. Just
Does
not
not
a
agree
fan.
with me.
So we've got quite a bit of mac and cheese. Like I said, I use 4 boxes at a time when we make it here, so it doesn't last super long. Okay, moving on. Yeah, Julianne wanted, we checked this morning and we had plenty of cashews. I don't want the nuts to go rancid. Some of you guys were asking about how to store nuts,
Some
and
people freeze them.
yes.
We don't have freezer space though.
No.
So
And we do rotate through. That's how our goal is no waste and rotating through our root cellar and our pantry so that nothing does go bad. So I had plenty of cashews, plenty of peanuts still that I don't want to go bad, but we were getting short on, and I think a lot of pecans. Are we getting low on those too?
we probably
Anyway.
I didn't check those.
Julianne wanted some unsalted raw almonds for just eating and also for making almond milk if she needed to. And so we did that. Okay, moving to this section. I don't think I missed anything over there.
I think we're good here.
We have 5-gallon buckets. How many 5-gallon buckets?
Two and
Some extra.
a couple extra, yeah.
So
Full of beans.
full of dry beans.
And lentils.
And we keep that, and we make black beans a lot. We enjoy that. But every once in a while, you're short on time. And so the girls asked me to get both some black beans, and I did go for the Simply Nature organic black beans. I bought a whole flat of that. So I bought the black beans and the kidney beans. Between those two, that's our favorite. I think we use those the most consistently, don't you think?
Yeah, I try to do
this
some
for
other
chili,
ones
for soup. The girls love making like a Mexican black bean and sweet corn concoction of stuff, and it's
good.
so good. Fresh tomatoes if you have them. So I stocked up on some kidney beans and the black beans for convenience sake. And I love that Aldi offers their organic brand, but I love that it's the BPA free cans. So anyway, I feel good about it. So moving on, so we've got some beans to last us a while for quick, easy meals. All right, and then one of my favorite items to get in bulk from Aldi is their canned fruit. So today, and we only really buy the canned fruit that is in 100% juice.
Yeah, we don't like the corn syrup.
If we have a choice, that's the goal, right? And currently we have a choice, and we stocked up on pineapple chunks in 100% juice. These are so good. When we're cooking from our stockpile, one recipe we haven't shared yet, which is coming up,
fried rice
is our fried rice.
So
And
good.
we love, not only will the kids eat this all by itself, but we love it in our fried rice too. Okay, Moving on, we bought yellow cling peach slices in 100% juice. I was really happy they had these this time because last time they didn't. They only had it in heavy syrup. And we used peaches just eating plain.
Cobblers, desserts.
Or, oh, another thing we're gonna show you guys is we love breakfast for dinner. And one of our favorite breakfast items for dinner,
crepes.
Our homemade crepes that Julianne makes.
And we make a sauce with, sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, you go ahead. They usually yell at me for interrupting, so you can interrupt me.
We make a sauce with heavy cream and maple syrup, and we let that boil down, and then we throw the peaches in there and let it cook even more. It's like caramely peach filling for the crepes.
So good.
It's definitely a treat, but it's so good.
So stay tuned and watch, the cooking from your stockpile because we've got some good recipes coming up. So, all right, so 3 flats of peaches. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then this is something I do not do on a regular basis. We make all of our soups from scratch, almost always.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, in different seasons of life, especially we're going into gardening season, which is super busy, and sometimes you're out in the garden until dinner time. And I thought, it might be nice just to have a few soups on hand for a last minute quick meal if the kids are hungry and I'm trying to just shove food in their nutritious food. So Aldi has these.
Relatively nutritious.
Yes, well, they have these organic soups. Yeah. So I bought some chicken noodles, some lentil, and I almost bought tomato basil, but then we have so much tomato sauce downstairs, we'll just make our own. It's okay. That would be fast too. Okay, so I think we covered it all. Did we? Okay, so this was a pretty good stock up. I bought some extra things that I didn't show in here because they were not what I would consider like stuff that would go in your root cellar. So I spent, I think it was like $430 here. And yeah, I would have spent a little bit more if they would have let us buy the amount of butter that we would have really bought.
Yeah, we probably would have bought double at least that amount of butter if we had the chance.
So, but most of these items will just go towards our baking and our cooking at home, and just something that we can grab and make a good nutritious meal for our family and have it on the table. Hopefully this helps. It's fun. I enjoy watching other people, what they shop for, what their ideas are for meals and different things. And so hopefully this is interesting for you guys and it'll give you some ideas of like, oh, I never thought of that. So anyway, if you have some really good things that you like to stock up from Aldi or from Redmond or from GFS, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And then I can learn from you guys too, right? So, all right, we appreciate you all and we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.